Hey, what's up, guys? I won the 20-win challenge with an electro giant deck that can't get hard countered. The CRL professional player XOP Sam recommended it to me, and I've been playing it on ladder ever since. When people spam into Bowler, Tornado, and Goblin Hut, they have a one-way ticket to a loss. The later the game gets, the better this deck evolves. You can win with Bowler, Baby Dragon, Tornado with the splash damage hitting the tower, Lightning allowing you to cycle the last bit of damage or break through buildings so your electro giant can persevere, or my favorite, the Royal Ghost and electro giant one-punching down a tower. With the evolved Baby Dragon enhancing the electro giant speed, you'll be speedrunning wins in double elixir. If you're trying to push up new arenas, reach new ranks, or just be consistent in Clash Royale, this is the best deck to play. It's time to survive until double elixir, shock our opponents, and assert dominance. And giant electro giant love to everyone that supported the channel with credit code SirTag. So I wasn't able to put the last game in the video because it was actually just too easy. If you match it to someone that has Inferno Dragon and you have electro giant, you are guaranteed to win. The funny thing was, the guy had vines and freeze with Lumberjack Balloon. I was like, oh, he's using vines against our electro giant to hold it in place so the Inferno Dragon can kill it. And then the vines just runs out, and then I'm like, oh, it just win. And he had freeze too. I was like, wait, what? What is this guy doing? Sometimes on ladder, you don't know what your opponents are going to be playing, so it's better to play a safer deck, and that's why this deck was one of the best decks for the 20-win challenge. It's just incredibly consistent, and another big benefit of it is it's really good into people that are running weird stuff. If your opponent decides, hey, the right play for me is to run something that shouldn't work, well, it's going to feel really bad when it goes into a bowler, a king to activation capability with the tornado, and then of course you also have another building for an extra layer of safety. The reason why I didn't go for Electro Giant directly into the Mighty Miner, if you guys are wondering, is if you do, then the Mighty Miner is able to click the ability, and then it just goes the other side, and then I have nothing to counter it besides a bowler, which would just straight up die. So I decided to pull the Mighty Miner, because if he clicks the ability, then it still goes into the Electro Giant, and if he doesn't click the ability, it gets pulled by the Electro Giant. So in either situation there, the Mighty Miner was going to get caught in the snare, and it wasn't going to get the trade that he was looking for. So usually with this deck, it functions really well in double or triple elixir. It is significantly better the later the game gets. If you play this deck in single elixir and you're playing aggressively with Electro Giants and you're tornadoing with bowlers, you better make sure that you're getting good trades, because 9 times out of 10, if you overcommit with it, you are not going to be winning the game. It's just something that when I was tilted, when I was playing the 20-win challenge, it's not necessarily an easy win if you overcommit with the deck. It's just the only negative of this in single elixir. If you overspend elixir, you will lose quite often to people that are running aggressive decks. And if you can get to double elixir where you can safely afford your bowlers and your high cost cards, you will win most of the matchups. So I'm going to try to just Baby Dragon here. I think the bowler cleans up the majority of the stuff on the right side, and the left side doesn't really necessarily matter to me. If he gets a little bit of damage with the recruit charging its ite, I think that the Suspicious Bush will not get onto the hut. It's just going to go onto my tower instead. I'm going to go bowler here. And then one of the things that I've tried to do as much as I possibly could is using the evolved Royal Ghost on defense and doing dual lane pressure. And you guys can laugh at me for this. I just think it is a lot better, because if you use the Royal Ghost and then it creates 2 little ghost guys, and then you get 2 more because it will pop up again, it's definitely a very valuable transaction. It's definitely one of the better trades you can do. So I'm going to bar barrel here, and I'm going to continue to apply pressure on the right side. I'm going to throw down another bowler, and obviously this guy is going to go for Mighty Miner, but I have Tornado. I think we might even just like Tornado the Dark Goblin in and have the Baby Dragon and the bowlers hit it, and then just go in for another Royal Ghost, because if we've got the Baby Dragon amped up and increasing the attack speed of everything, I can't imagine this would be a good trade for him. So Royal Ghost locks onto the tower. I have Lightning. I should just straight win the game. And this is like a very dominant win. This is what all the 20-win challenge games were like. If I play against someone that has a deck that doesn't hard counter me, the game is ridiculously easy. And if you take a glance at my battle log, it's nothing but wins with this deck. As soon as I transitioned from the 20-win challenge to ladder, it was even easier. I'm not gonna lie, the people that we're playing against on ladder are definitely better, but even around top 2,600 in the world, people are getting stomped. All right, so we're playing against a top-ranked player, and this guy is a lot lower than us in medals. It's kind of weird how Clash Royale does that. I guess during the 20-win era, where everyone's trying to play the challenge, there's less people playing on ladder, so you can play against people way lower or higher. And this guy did win the 20-win challenge looking at the emote that he's just spamming, so he's flexing. You know, the most troll thing in Clash Royale is flexing the Ultimate Champion emote. If you flex the Ultimate Champion emote, people think that you are unironically doing it, and they think that you think that it's a really big flex. That emote is my favorite thing to do to people, because they think that I'm like trying to flex that emote when they're doing a 20-win emote, which is way harder to get. Their 20-win emote is way more difficult. All right, so unfortunately, this guy is going to be running a super toxic strategy. It's part of the game, though. So we'll go bar barrel early on top of the archer just to kill it a little bit quicker. And unfortunately for us, he might not do so hot here. I could potentially activate King Tower with the Night Witch. So I'm going to do that right now. But at the same time, I don't know what this dude's going to whip out. Whenever I see an Elixir Golem deck, I'm thinking that he's just going to do something really annoying. I got to keep spamming the Ultimate Champion mode. I got to let him know that I reached Ultimate Champion, and that's my proudest accomplishment ever, all right? So I'm just going to keep spamming that to him whenever we make good plays. That's the move. That's the strategy. Yeah. See, he's like, dude, shut up, Jake. I have the 21 mode. That's what he's doing. I love it. People don't understand. It's the secret tech. This is what you guys got to do. Reach Ultimate Champion, get higher on the leaderboard, and then just spam the Ultimate Champion emote against people that are really good at the game. All right, so he's probably mentally just like, dude, I'm losing to someone that's awful. Like, what am I doing? He's probably just like, I got the 20 win. Jake didn't. Jake just has a stupid emote. Oh man, this would be so fun. I really gotta beat him. I gotta assert maximum dominance here. So we're gonna go for Royal Ghost on defense against the little blobs. So if we can kill those quicker, then obviously he's not going to be able to break through and do anything to us. I probably can get to another Electro Giant. If I'm keeping it a buck with you guys, I might just straight send it with an E-Giant here. Have this Royal Ghost conveniently create more little doppelgangers and then gang up on our guy. I mean, there's no way he's stopping this. I'm pretty confident this is a 100-0 matchup in my favor, and I hate losing to Elixir Golem. So we just got to keep spamming the Ultimate Champion emote to assert dominance. It needs to be done. If this guy watches this, I'm sorry. But you kind of do deserve it for playing Elixir Gold. The only time you guys will ever see me BM in Clash Royale is when it's calculated, when it's messing with their mental, and this is like definitely not making him happy. Oh man, I'm going to drop another Electro Giant in the pocket, and we're just going to rip it. There's no way for him to defend that. The Skeleton Army just gets evaporated. I can straight lightning on the archers to get more value, hopefully. Get one Barbarian hit. No! Alright, I don't get it, but, you know, I can just go and pull him back and say, what's up? GG. I could have tornadoed the Elixir Golem even further back to his King Tower. I mean, not hypothetically back to the King Tower, but pretty darn close. You gotta love slaughtering a top 605 player in the world that just got the 20-win challenge that was playing Elixir Golem, because that deck never deserves to win games. Okay, we got a game against someone that's ranked 416 in the world, the 2-Trick Ponies. I always saw the clan 1-Trick Ponies, so I guess this guy's evolved. He's become better. He's become the best version of himself. We drop a Royal Ghost more likely than not, even if that's going to be on a miner and I don't actually catch it. It's going to be fine. I'll play Ash catch him with some baby dragon value. Maybe we can ball that way. I don't think this is going to be like the best decision of my life, but I don't want him to activate King Tower with the Tornado. If he has that and we just cycle a solo Royal Ghost, it's generally a really bad decision. So I try to play aggressive when my opponent has the potential to absolutely fry me with King Tower activation. My favorite play is to go for Barbarian Barrel with the Royal Ghost, and then that blocks the King Tower activation because the Bar Barrel is going to be in front of the Royal Ghost, and there's too much for him to pull. Also, sniping the wall breakers there and getting a Bar Barrel hit feels pretty good. I might actually send it more than I typically would in single elixir just because I am up quite a bit, and I feel comfortable playing against someone that is running more of a cycle-oriented deck because it's harder for him to punish me. If I Electro Giant right now and I break through and I do a lot of damage, that's awesome. I don't think it will happen, but I am trying to cycle towards evolutions a bit faster. If I can get a little bit of zap action on the tower, then we're definitely at a huge advantage. Then let's go. That was awesome. And I can pull his stuff to the King Tower. I'm not going to, though. I'm just going to go in for a hut here, and that should pull both of his things. So not going to take any damage. That's fine. So looking pretty nice. We also have 2 Spirit Goblins somehow evading the Royal Ghost Sword. I don't know how they did that, but they're miracle workers right now for sure. So Baby Dragon is going to deny any damage from the Barbarian. And I also have Lightning available if he wants to drop like a Witch or something. If he doesn't, I'm just going to chill and relax. If you Lightning aggressively on a Miner after already cycling a Baby Dragon, you're going to be down so much Elixir that the game is effectively over. The Wall Breaker's the other side more likely than not. And I will probably have to Bar Barrel Tornado. Bar Barrel Tornado does not kill, by the way. It's very annoying. Oh, I'm just going to Electro Giant into that all day. If you didn't know, Electro Giant into the Royal Ghost Evolution is the best method to kill it, at least in my eyes. I super like that, because the Electro Giant just shocks all the little ghost guys, and it doesn't necessarily matter. So we're going to go for our Ghost and then Bar Barrel here. I think that's fine. We want to clean those up as quickly as we can, and then, yeah, I mean, I'm going to take a bunch of damage, but it is what it is. Sometimes that stuff happens. We'll Tornado as well, so then we're going to be able to clean up the rest of his stuff. And then I might just straight up send an Electro Giant since we have the Baby Dragon still alive. And I think that confidently I can drop another Royal Ghost and have the baby dragon speed up our electro giant. At least that's the game plan. I'll see how it goes. I'm also going to barbaro on his stuff and throw down a baby dragon. I'm really committed to this aggression because I think that he's at a low amount of elixir. I had an opportunity to do it, and getting the electro giant on the tower means that I'm guaranteed a ton of damage. Also, baby dragon is balling again. Unfortunately, it didn't kill all the minions fast enough, so I think I only get one shot. So it's not as good as we would typically want it to be. But we'll bowler in the back, and we'll build up another big push. We were able to hit the wall breaker on the left side, the one that actually mattered, and we can slow roll another electro giant. So we're probably going to drop 2 electro giants here. We're just going to sacrifice the first bowler because it doesn't really matter that much. And I expect him to probably go for minions. We'll see what happens. I expect the minions to be coming down any second. I can maybe go Goblin Hut on them. It'll be fun. Yeah, I'm going to go for Goblin Hut up high. It will clean up most of the minions and force out extra elixir, forcing out a barbaro from our guy. He didn't want to drop that. There's no doubt in my mind that he was not a huge fan of cycling that card. So I think I just go bowler and then electro giant afterward because he's expecting me to be very committed to this push. I'm not as much as he was expecting. I'll eat the wall breakers because they don't really matter. I could have went Royal Ghost and got more of an advantage from that, but I want to just straight lightning here, clean up the hut, and then go and shut down the rest of his stuff with our evolved Royal Ghost. This Electro Giant's going to give us value, but the main thing that I'm hoping for is the bowler locking onto the tower. Also, the Royal Ghost going invisible, that did not happen. That sucked. That was really, really brutal. But hear me out, guys. We have the ability to get a bowler shot on the tower if we're lucky, which just did not happen. Oh, man, I'm spending too much elixir here, but I'm going to overcommit even more, and I'm going to straight lightning on that, and then get the baby dragon on the tower guaranteed for some value. The wall breakers connecting still does do damage, but he had so much on the other side, so I think it was kind of remotely similar. Oh, the Royal Ghost on the tower. Let's go. All right, we're going to go Goblin Hut. It pulls both wall breakers. I know this for a fact. I've played these games before. Then I will Tornado, and then I'm going to go for a bowler so that I can pull the rest of the Royal Ghost. This is one of those moments where he is definitely going to go for evolved wall breakers. We need this Royal Ghost to hit, and then we just wall breakers counter with the barbaro, clean that up, Electro Giant off on the other side, and I think I can lightning and win the game. I think I can lightning through the hut. No, I can't. I literally just can't. I have to bowler here, knock back the miner, and then probably just get away with the bowler, and then like Royal Ghost. I have enough stuff here. I can lightning and win the game. I think I got it, guys. With the tornado, there's no shotty stopping the baby dragon. Let's freaking go. He was really good too. So feels good beating one of the better players in Clash, especially when the game was so damn close. Minor Poison is never easy to defeat in the hands of a ranked 416 player, so I'm pretty surprised and happy we won that. Okay, Azza. So apparently this guy is from Kaizen. I feel like he's going to get real serious with us in a second, so I want to go for Royal Ghost in the back if possible. It's generally just going to be an awesome opportunity for us to release the Goblin Hut and Royal Ghost at the start so we can get to the Royal Ghost evolution and potentially beat a Pekka deck. I don't know if it's Pekka, but it looks like it's going to be a Pekka deck from a first glance, especially if he's going to have a Bandito. So I'm going to go for Baby Dragon here and just cycle as much as I can. I'm not going to expect to break through or deal any damage with Electro Giant, especially when we know that our opponent likely has a Pekka deck. Wait, I'm going to lightning this. We break down the Mr. Monster Master Man, and Battle Ram isn't that bad for me because I have answers with Bowler. I think I have to eat some Fire Spirits, which isn't the best for us. We'll see. You know what? I'm just going to straight up slaughter the Furnace, go Ghost on defense, take the damage from the Battle Ram connecting, but the Barbarians lock onto the Royal Ghost instead of my tower because we drop the Battle Ram counter in a position where it gets knocked back and pushed back by the Battle Ram. So, honestly, he might not have Pekka. There's a small shot homie doesn't have Pekka, and that would get us out of a perilous position where I think I would probably be way worse off. All right, so I'm going to do this, and then I'm also going to go Baby Dragon. Unfortunately, I did not expect him to do that last second. He kind of was a goofy goober. He dropped the bandit at the bridge knowing that I would try to activate King Tower, and then I wasn't able to because he did that. Yeah, he definitely doesn't have Pekka with this type of deck. If you're going to have a Battle Ram with a champion like Goblinstein as your tag, you just can't even fit Pekka in your deck. So I think we're better off going for an Evolved Royal Ghost here if possible. It'd be nice. There's no way that just bypassed everything. That's robbery, bro. That's robbery of the highest degree. It's fine because it doesn't take my tower and we get so many ghosts counter pushing, but it's just a weird spot to be in, to be honest. So we're going to be able to kill the bandit for sure. And then obviously the heal spirit is going to be a little bit of a nuisance, but not terrible. I'll just slow roll a bowler in the back. Whenever you're down a little bit, you want to protect the tower that you've taken a lot of damage in. Just easier to play that way and slow roll stuff. Then I'm going to go for an Electro Giant. We still have Baby Dragon. And of course we have Goblin Hut. So we have great defensive utility. And this will be a fat lightning. There's no doubt in my mind that I'm going to hit multiple things with this lightning, and it's also going to hit the tower too. So I'm just going to straight hit units instead of anything else, if I can hit all 3 of his cards, obviously I'm going to get more tower damage in the long term instead of getting greedy and getting the tower damage immediately with the lightning. So I play that way 9 times out of 10. It's just more valuable. We're stacking up a lot of bowlers, and this might be the push of doom. So I'm going to tornado this stuff in because I want to be able to hit the tower here. I know that the furnace was just going to straight die to a couple bowler shots, and I want to just go in for an electro giant here. There's a shot that this royal ghost goes undercover, but I don't think it's going to happen. I could get a very valuable lightning on top of the building and also the goblin stein, and then I think the E-Giant just wins me the game. There's no doubt in my mind that obviously the little monster masher man is going to do damage to me, but not as much as the electro giant with his zaps. So you don't have built-in zaps like me. Yours cost elixir, brother. I'm going to go for a barb barrel here and then throw down a bowler, and he's welcome to go in the other lane with a battle ram, but that's kind of how he has to play it if he wants to win. And I'm just going to lightning. He won't be able to lightning block because he doesn't have multiple targets in his deck. It's just not like he's got barbarians or he could spawn some random trap card or throw down lightning, walk away with a dub. GG, man. It's actually that easy. If you build up big pushes with electro giant and hit good tornadoes, no matter what they have, if they don't have a building, you stack up multiple bowlers, they're going to get struck down. After searching long and far, we have finally found a pro. So I'm going to go for a royal ghost in the back, and this guy is really good. So you guys know I am dialed right now. He has princess, so it's likely going to just straight up be a log bait strategy that we've been seeing a lot right now. People have been spamming log bait 24/7, 365 because it works super well with vines and evolved royal ghost, forcing out the log. If you do drop a spell on the evolved royal ghost, a lot of times just kind of lose the game. So we're tornado the bowler to be able to hopefully hit the princess and the tower for at least 1 shot. If we get 2, that's great. Oh, almost a 2-time. We'll baby dragon on the princess, and then we're also to go ghost. Not bad, but obviously going to take a bunch of damage because he decides to go for the goblin barrel in the back, knowing that we were going to drop the ghost in front to counter the knight. So as you can see, this guy's skill level is absurdly high. He's thinking a couple steps ahead right now, and I don't like it. So I need to pay attention to his princess cycle because he'll probably be dropping to the bridge every chance he gets. Might be better off cycling our goblin hut here and just playing passive that way, but I will drop down our bowler. We'll see what he does. Your princess at the bridge, I will react with the goblin hut, and I think that will be okay. Doesn't seem like he's planning on doing that anytime soon, though. We're up a lot of elixir. We're up a ton of elixir. He dropped that when we were at 8, so he is not in a good spot. I might even send an electro giant here. Usually I don't do this, but I'm considering it. Goblin hut isn't far enough to reach that. He's just going to rocket me, though. Damn, this guy's annoying with it. Well played. He does drop 6 elixir for that, so that's quite a bit. But, I mean, usually people that play at this level, they don't necessarily give you that many openings, so you just rather play safe than sorry. He also kind of expected me to drop more things. I'm going to barbarrel and then maybe princess, counter with a baby dragon if we absolutely need to. I thought he would go for a goblin barrel, and he's just decided not to, interestingly enough. He's just chilling. Bro is against it. He is against the grain for sure. So free king to activation for us with the goblin barrel, but we're still going to take a little bit of damage here and there. Also, since I've identified that he has rocket, I don't want to be going in the same side with him with our baby dragon in the back because that is disastrous to just give him free value. So I'm going to electro giant on the other side, and maybe I can stack up 2 of them, kind of egging him on to spam in the other side in the wrong lane. He's not doing it. Kind of unfortunate. It's kind of a little sad right now, but see what we can do. He's just going to rocket the E-Giant by itself. So we'll go bowler here. Maybe we can get back to another electro giant and somehow break through him. That's the game plan. We'll see how it goes. Can't lie, it's a little bit scary. All right, so this E-Giant should die, but maybe the bowler can give us value. This trade is just awful. Like, I don't want to barbarrel and send it like that, but I don't know what else to cycle. Like, our card cycle is just kind of awful, so doing what we can out here. I'm going to tornado the princesses together, so they will just straight die the baby dragon. And then maybe the royal ghost can spawn. It's not going to, though. Pretty rough. Maybe I can, like, lightning? Yeah! Yo, 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 yo! I might get him! Because I cycled 2 electro giants, and he didn't get back to another Tesla. So if you cycle the first electro giant, more often than not, they won't be back. At least that's what we've learned here. The first electro giant will force out the building, and then the second one is the one that can give you value, especially if they lightning or rocket or drop a heavy spell. And this guy was rocketing pretty frequently. All right, so split lane pressure yet again with an E-Giant, and the bowler still alive. I would love to tornado with this bowler. That would be magical, but he's dropping his knight super far up. It's harder for me to get that opportunity. Going in the wrong lane where we don't have any of the damage is not where we want to be, but never know. I'm going to bowler. I think more often than not that full counters, but he dropped in a different spot, so I wasn't able to get the trade we wanted. Oh, this game would be insane if I could win it. Please, Clash Royale. Let me take a W against someone better than me. It would just make me happy, you know? It'd make me happy. I'll take the lightning here. I could have done that earlier. I just, you know, wanted to see if he was going to give me more. He's not about it, though. He's going to straight rocket me yet again. I'll go royal ghost. Fully expecting him to try to go for a princess semi soon. We'll try to go in for our electro giant here. And the princess would get sniped, so he can't do that. All right. So I need to be able to lightning my way through, or I'm going to be dead 100%. He'll probably princess whenever the ghost dies. Okay. We'll bowler here into that. We're trying to separate our stuff a little bit more, giving him less value. He's going to try to outcycle me really soon, too. It'll be a bit of a nuisance, but it is part of the game. We're going to go for 2 electro giants. We have 1 on each side. That's what we're going for. We're going to baby dragon as well. And we're going to the side that he's less likely to defend, right? That's where we want to be. We want to be spamming as much as possible at the spot that's a bit harder for him to predict. We're going to lightning there. And look, the baby dragon on the right side, the electro giant as well. This is looking amazing. All right, all right. I'm going to bowler here. I think I can just straight tornado everything into the tower. And the electro giant might shock him. All right, we're at NATO. This should be game. There's no way he's defending that. Let's go! This guy's one of the top-ranked players in Clash Royale, and he is always in the top 200, so I'm really happy I beat him. Plus 37, baby! As y'all can see, this guy was ranked at 314 in the world at over 3,000 medals. As you guys saw in that game, the best way to beat cycle decks is cycle an electro giant in the back when you're safe, and then get back to another one before they're able to get back to the building, because their first building is going to be concentrated on killing the first electro giant, and they're not going to get back to a building in time for your second electro giant. Since you cycled in the back, and they don't cycle a building at the same time you cycle the electro giant, your cycle is going to be ahead and they'll wind up dead. Chalk the like button, subscribe for more daily videos, and have an amazing rest of your day.